So you're not eating bad food and you feel that you're not eating that much and you're still not losing the weight. What the hell is going on?
So in this video, we're going to walk you through 3 of the most common mistakes that we see when beginners are trying to lose weight. In the description below, we dropped our top 10 high protein recipes to help you get started and to help you solve this problem. If you don't know who we are, my name is Khalil.
My name is Jasmine.
And we are the founders of Fit Mama Coaching, where we've helped thousands of women lose fat, build muscle, and teach them how to do it in a way that's sustainable so that they can actually get the progress that they want for the long term. So most of the women that we talk to, when they're in this situation, it really comes down to 3 key areas, and that's exactly what we're going to go over here with you today. The first one being they're just not tracking their meals, right? They have no idea how many calories they're eating, how many macros they're eating, but they're just guessing based off of just the pure volume of food that they're eating. And we've seen a lot of women.
I get so many messages saying, Jazz, I'm eating pretty healthy.
Right. And then they send us pictures, or we see the meals that they're eating, and it's like, I ate a muffin, a banana, or a Starbucks Frappuccino from, 7-Eleven, wherever they got it from. But when you flip that label around and you look at the amount of calories that are on there, it's easily over 700, 800 calories. And you're still technically hungry after that. So it feels like you're not eating that much food because there's not this big mountain on your plate. When you don't have the knowledge necessary to know what is in the foods that you're actually eating, it's very, very easy to fall into this trap. And a lot of times these women are eating maybe 2 meals a day, but it's 2 of these type of meals and the calories are massive.
Yeah, sometimes you're eating like over 3,000 calories and you don't even know it because it feels like it's such little food.
And tracking seems tedious at first, but we always teach our clients and the women that are inside the Fit Mama Club, tracking is an educational piece. You just want to know, okay, what am I putting in my body?
Values the food.
What is the value of the foods that I'm putting in my body? Because everything that you eat, whether it's, a leftover cookie off your kid's plate, or the little nibbles that they leave behind, like all those things have calories in them. You have to make sure that you track so you know exactly where you stand, and then now you can know how to tweak it and how to adjust. Not eating enough calories. It's doing consecutive, super, super restrictive diets. A lot of times these diets will take you down to 1,000 calories, 1,200 calories.
And then one as low as like 500 calories.
Yeah, so you do these diets, and of course, in the beginning, you see results because you're in a calorie deficit, but over time, your body starts to adapt to the calories that you give it. So now you're stuck in a situation where it's like, do I reduce more calories or do I do more work in order to continue to see progress? And this is a trap because now you're barely eating anything. You don't have any energy. You're probably super, super moody, and you're not getting the full results that you want to get, which makes you feel like you're stuck in your journey. If you are in this situation for a long term, it really makes this journey very frustrating because you feel like you can't eat anything, you can't enjoy it, you're not really seeing the progress, and a lot of times you end up skinny fat because you end up losing muscle in that situation. So in order to counteract this, you have to focus on building muscle first. When you build more muscle, your body will have the ability to burn more calories in the long run. Number 3, not having enough protein. And this really ties into the first one because if you're not tracking, you really have no idea how much protein you're getting. A lot of women that we talk to think they're eating a lot of protein.
99% of the women we talk to, if you were to calculate how much protein you're eating right now, I'm telling you, 99%, they would say 50 grams of protein.
Somewhere between 50 to 70. And this gets tricky because a lot of the foods that are out there are being marketed as protein foods. And when you see protein on the label, you just assume, okay, I know I'm going towards the one that have protein in it. But when you flip it around, it's like 12 grams of protein, 20 grams of protein. If you're only having a couple meals a day, it's very easy to fall in that 50 to 70 gram range. You need to start to aim for a gram of protein per pound in your body. So an easy way that we tell our women to do this is take the amount of meals that you're eating and just divide the amount of grams that you're trying to get to by the amount of meals that you're having in a day, and it makes it super, super easy to break it down. I know if I told you right now, hey, you got to go out there and eat 120 grams of protein, you're like, holy shit, like that's a lot of protein that I got to eat. But when you divide it down, let's say you're having 4 meals in a day, now it's like, okay, I got to get 30 grams of protein in each meal, which
it's so much doable than thinking like, oh my God, I have to eat 120 grams of protein. And if you're around like 200 pounds and you're trying to lose weight, you're not going to eat 200 grams of protein. what you're gonna do is you're gonna do what your goal body weight is. For example, you want to be 130 pounds, just do 130 grams of protein.
So the reason why we need protein in our body, because protein's job in your body is literally to make up all the muscle tissue, your hair, your nails, your bones. Protein is what we call an essential nutrient. So your body actually needs it to survive and to thrive. But where a lot of women fall into trouble in this journey is when you do the restrictive diets that we talked about before, and protein is low, your body literally does not have the building blocks necessary to keep muscle around. So the first thing it's going to do, it's going to get the protein from somewhere. So the first thing it's going to do is break down your muscle in order to get the protein it needs just to survive. So when you start reducing muscle in this process, you make it much, much harder for you to, number one, lose weight, but number two, to maintain the weight that you lost. Because when you come out of that restrictive diet, now all of a sudden your body's in a calorie surplus, which makes it much, much easier for you to now rebound and gain back all the weight that you might have lost during the dieting that you did. That's why this journey becomes super frustrating. So it's important that when you go into your weight loss journey or you go into a cut calorie deficit, you want to make sure that you're only losing fat and not losing muscle in that process, which is one of the biggest reasons why we coach our women to go into a cut for anywhere between 6 to 12 weeks. You're not trying to lose all your weight in one go. You want to make sure you're picking your spots so that we can prioritize just losing fat. So to help you out with all this, like we said in the beginning, we have our top 10 protein pack recipes for you down in the description below. And if you found this video helpful, make sure you like it, share it, and make sure you smash that subscribe button. Until next time.